So I was getting groovy to the music there.
I could see you were totally enjoying yourself.
Oh, I love. What is it with your music? It's so groovy. Where did you get it from?
YouTube.
Do you?
Yes.
I never found it. I love it. I was really grooving there.
Well, I have to tell you that the what's coming up that I did the week prior, that music was totally groovy. And normally I write it down, and I did not. And when I was doing this one, I was in a rush, so I couldn't like figure it out. Anyway, I'll get it again. But it was like
Proper
totally
groove.
70s, like standing on a cube in a go-go outfit. Like, yeah, I mean, it was great music. Anyway, hi everyone.
Hi everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Tea Time with Ben. This is my friend Ben. Everybody say hi.
No. Hi everybody. Oh, it's so nice to be here for tea, I have to say. Well, coffee. I mean, we say tea, but it's never tea, is it? It's always coffee.
No, I'm going to have to change it to coffee. With Ben. Which doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't. It's not British enough, is it, really? Coffee.
No.
Tea's more like British, I think.
My eyes are watering. Ben did not make me cry. He didn't break up with me or anything.
No, we're still together. It's
fine. And I'm a little on the tired side because I had a day off yesterday, and I just like chilled out and had a great day. So
sometimes it's nice to do that, though, isn't it? Just have that break.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
We're bracing ourselves for yet another winter storm.
Oh, is it snowing still in where you are, Kelly?
It doesn't stop till like April, friend. So.
Oh, God. Good grief. We've had a lot of rain here. So it's
what? In England you had rain? Come on. You didn't.
Oh, my God. Yeah. It's very wet over here. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say, let's not talk about wetness, okay?
No. Where we're going.
Exactly. You behave yourself. This is a family show. Family hour. Oh my God. Hi everybody in the chat. Good grief. I've lost all control, and we're like 3 minutes.
You've only just started and she's lost control, folks.
Well, it's because you're here and you make me lose all sense of what's right and what's wrong. Anything can happen, friends. Brace yourselves.
It's true.
Buckle in and fasten your helmets. Keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times.
Yes.
Lisa is in the house. Hello, Lisa. Lisa says hello, Kelly.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Nice to see you.
And Gerald is here. Gerald says, I can't stay long because I have a call at 1:15. Howdy, Kelly and Ben. Hello, Gerald. Thank you for being here. Kristen Louise is in the house.
Oh, hi,
good to see you, Kristen.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
Miss Linda is in the house.
Hi, Linda.
And Miss Mika is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Mama Bear.
Oh, Mama Bear.
She's doing a pink hand wave.
Oh, I love it.
times two. One for each of us. So sort of like a it.
Yeah. Window washer.
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Ingla is here.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Ingla. Linda says it's actually lunchtime with tea.
Yes. Okay. Well, it is actually, I guess, because you're lunch. What am I actually? I'm past tea time here. God knows what I am. But yes, it's past tea time here.
Ben, day one. No. Who am I? Where am I? What do I have to say?
Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing here? How did I get here? What is this?
Do you want me to put the banner on again so you know where you are?
Someone's going to take me away in a minute. Either that or they'll put me in some sort of straitjacket.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I'm just laughing at a comment.
If the noise things for after We've started early tonight, haven't we? I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock here.
Friends.
Right. So I didn't
Sylvia
have time.
says hello. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you very much for being
Hi,
here. Trying to be
Sylvia.
serious. Inglis says it's raining there, and Linda had an ice storm overnight. So
Oh, wow.
everyone is safe and sound where you are. Hopefully, my eyes stop watering anytime soon. You know why? Because literally it was minus 12 or minus 11 yesterday, and now it's like going
Wow,
to the
it's
plus
cold.
side. So
That's
the
cold.
temperature is like up and down like a flipping toilet seat. It's
And can I just say,
wild.
I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you,
It's
darling.
really nice,
For
darling.
you.
It's lovely. Just got it all permanent. I was in hair and makeup for 2 hours before I came on to see you tonight.
Yeah, my glam squad has the day off, so the cats did this.
It's fabulous, darling. You've got some good cats. That's all I can say.
Right? My cats are well trained. Hi, Ivana. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Hey,
So,
Ivana.
tea time with Ben. There's no plan.
No,
Ben, how many? Do you have any cards out?
I do. I had. So this is what I've done, right? Because I got a little bit crazy last year with buying tarot cards. I thought, no, this year I'm gonna read them and actually go. Well, not that just go through a deck and really absorb a deck.
Right.
So,
Speaking
and
of
I thought,
moist. Sorry, go on. I apologize.
So yes, I've got a couple that I got for Christmas actually. So I'm at the moment I'm learning this one, Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot, which I got for Christmas. So I've been using this one for January, and I always like to use an Oracle deck. So I've got the Earth, Moon, and Shadow
Beautiful.
Oracle. So yeah, how about you? What have you got?
Well, I don't have any cards on my. I'm not ready.
Girl,
First time ever. I'm going to pull out my Rustic Oracle and my Winter Oracle, and what I thought we could do.
I like them.
We'll have a chat first.
Yes.
And then we will pull some cards. But what I thought we could do is pick a number. So they, in the chat, pick a number between 1 and whatever we choose. And that's the card that they get. Hi, Grace. Welcome, my friend. Just for, some fun. And, of course, we could have a funny chaser if you were interested.
What's a funny chaser?
Like a rebel card?
Oh, yeah.
Or like a joke?
Yeah.
Are you warming up? Whoa.
I'm doing a bit of yoga. Get in the spiritual mood, you know what I mean? Bit of a rumba.
Oh my God, Ben. I adore you. Ben is doing his
crazy
tarot yoga move
to
get him limbered up, ready for the big shuffle.
Thanks.
Oh gosh, I don't know what am I doing.
Ready for the shuffle.
I see now. I need to play the intro so I remember where I am now. Oh my God! Downward dog that shit. Louise says Ben is getting ready. Downward down that shit. Absolutely.
Getting down with the shit. Absolutely. It's getting ready, limbering up.
Now listen, for the people that don't know, this should be a Friday night special. Is what this is like. This is like pre-after hour or pre-happy hour.
It is really. I mean, we should move this for Friday, shouldn't we? Really?
We should. But Ben is in England, and so it's like already. What is it there? Like 7 something there.
7:17. 7:17.
Look at me with my mathematical wizardry right there.
I'm thinking 7:17 means something, but
it probably does. Speaking of numbers and meaning something, I just had Anne Perry on Monday. She's a professional numerologist. It was fascinating.
It is fascinating. Numbers are very fascinating.
Yeah, we hope to have. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I get them back to front. That's the thing. So when I think I've got a number, I get it back to front, and then I'm like, oh, that's not the number, is it? So I can't really do numerology.
Have you tried taking your shoes and your shoes and socks off to assist?
What? How would that assist?
Well, I mean, because maybe you need your toes to help you count. I mean, you said you
True.
can't,
Oh,
right?
that's true. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
true.
mean, you've got the yoga moves,
Fingers.
so you should be able to
It's
bring your
true.
foot somewhere into the screen to assist.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Joe G is here. Hi, Joe.
Hi,
And Joe
Joe.
G is going to help us with the math. Thank
Oh,
you, Joe. Where would we
wow.
be without our people in the chat?
I love that.
717 carries an extremely warm, affectionate, and nurturing energy. It is a
Oh, that's
symbol of
lovely.
perseverance, following one's life path. Well, from your lips to spirit's ears, um,
That is
I'm
wonderful.
all about it.
Yeah, I love that. That is wonderful. Goodness me. Thank you, Joe. I love things like that.
I've got you, Hypnocity. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for
I think this
being
is
here, and thank you, Joe G, for the info. I'm looking for a deck of cards, and for the life of me, I can't find them. Oh, yes, there they are. Thank you. Because I only have a bunch.
Do you know what? I'm going to get another set as well.
No,
I've got
what?
another. I've got
You tell us what.
Sufi Tarot.
Yes.
You've got that, haven't you?
No, I do not.
Oh, I thought you had. Or maybe it's
No,
someone else. So I might use
no, I
that
do
as
not.
well.
I don't have it.
So listen,
I
I
don't.
haven't seen you since before last year. So what's going on? What's been going down? What's been going up? What's been going round?
I can answer that really quickly. Not much.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, just here doing my thing and trying to get out of the house more. And yesterday, on my day off, okay, so I love my tchotchkes and I like my home and I like it when my house looks nice. And
Yeah.
it
Home is
may
where the
not
heart
be
is.
to everyone's taste, but it makes me happy. And so I have seasonal sort of tchotchkes, as I call them. Really, it's just an excuse to buy a lot of crap, is really what it is.
I'm like that. I'm very much like that.
So I changed all the stuff around.
But this is
And
the
I
thing,
do
you
that
know,
3 or 4 or 5 times a year.
home is where the heart is, I always think. It's
Yeah.
always nice to make your home comfortable because that's where you're always going to come back to, isn't
Right.
it? Your home.
So right now we are in the blue phase. So blue for winter, right?
Yeah.
So it's like blue, white, silvery kind of stuff that's out.
Yeah.
Then
like
we
that.
will change for spring. And spring is like a sort of like a pinky cherry blossomy kind of color.
Yeah.
Because everything is gray, right? So it goes. And then in the summertime, it's yellow. And I love it when I get to bring out all my yellow stuff. I mean, it's like sunshine. It just makes me happy. And then in the fall, we have sort of like this sort of like terracotta, harvesty kind of flowery kind of, you know what I mean? It's like a Thanksgiving bouquet of colors.
And can I ask, Kelly, do
Yes,
you with tarot? Do you use certain tarot at different times of the year? Do you have certain decks for summer, certain
yep.
decks for winter?
Sometimes I do. Yep.
What kind of decks are you using at the moment? Just like, because you got your Christmas one. Is that your Christmas one you're using?
I have the oracles for the Christmas. I don't have a Christmas tarot deck.
I wish they'd
I
bring out more
have
Christmas decks.
the Everyday Witch that I got for Halloween, and so I sort of use that around the Halloween time. And I have the what's it called? The Home Crafter Tarot, or the Herb Crafter Tarot. And I like to use that in spring and summer. It's like the images are beautiful and sort of specifically for that time. And the Guardian of the Night Tarot, I like to use that like full moony kind of winter stormy kind of nights. Like I don't know why, but that just seems to make sense to me. Yeah.
You inspired me with the deck ages ago because we were talking about it. just wondering if it's in this cupboard here. As if you remember it.
Is that the Sacred Traveler deck?
No, but that was another one that you inspired me to get.
No,
Several.
not that one, a totally different one.
And I can't remember.
Thank you, Linda. That's a great idea, and we should definitely mention that we're thinking of everyone that is going through some nasty weather right now. Good grief.
Yeah, some people are really suffering, aren't they? With the weather conditions. Found it. It was this one, Kelly. Do you remember? I'm sure we were talking about this.
I think I remember that one.
I'm sure it was you that said this. The Antiquity of Magic character.
Yes.
Yes, it was you, wasn't
it? Did you get it?
I got it.
So
based on your recommendation. And I thought, God, the artwork.
I know, isn't it looked lovely? I haven't gotten it.
Gorgeous.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It is, isn't it?
So
yeah, I got it based on what you said. And the backs are gorgeous as well.
Yes. Yeah. I had seen that on Amazon, and I think I was asking you, like, if you were familiar with the creator or the artist of the deck.
No, and I wasn't, because they've created a tarot deck as well, you know.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it was like it would have been like $70 or something, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah,
I
know it's expensive.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right,
I'm on a bit of a depth year this year.
You're on a depth. What?
Yeah, a depth year.
Sorry, I had some boxes fall.
A tower of boxes fall.
Everyone is okay. Nothing has been harmed. For me,
we're fine. In the creation of this video, no one was harmed.
Right? Good grief. So, for the first time ever, my cards don't match.
Well, let's face it. You know, this kind of stuff goes down when we're together, doesn't it?
Oh my god, I don't understand. How is it? You know what? I should get my own cards out.
Do you know I had 5 biscuits before we started, and I'm sure they're just piling up because I'm sure I've had about 6, and I'm still going through them.
You know, friends that are in the chat right now that are probably wondering what the H is happening. I would love to tell you that I knew, but I don't. Whenever Ben comes to visit, and I mean this with all sincerity, like, it's going to come out possibly funny, but I don't mean it as a funny, and it's meant from the heart.
Oh man.
It feels so normal and so natural whenever we hang out. There is no rhyme nor reason for anything that we're doing, it seems. We laugh, we giggle, we say the craziest things, we talk about absolutely nothing in particular, and then all of a sudden, you know, someone asks a question, we start the readings, and everything comes out just as it should.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we can do that.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, if nothing else, but it's also a testament to our connection, I think. So
yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh, Hypnocity, that is too funny. Look at what she wrote. That's hysterical. News at 11. Tarot reader found under decks. She'll be fine.
She's fine. She's hiding under the 8 of Wands. She'll be back forthwith.
That is hysterical. All right, I've got my own little oracle deck out. Here we go. Oh. So, Grace says, I would be eating lots of biscuits too if I had such a cool cup.
Oh.
I think that she's talking about your cup because I don't
know.
Oh,
this one. Oh, thanks, Grace. Yeah, it's just all time clocks, I think. It's the biggest mug I've got, so. And, you know, I always have to have a big mug with you, Kelly, because we're, you know, girl, you know.
Oh my god. Ivana says it's just a nice gentle energy when you're together. It might be nice. I don't know about gentle.
Sometimes it's gentle. Sometimes it's just full out.
Well, I mean, for me, as much as I enjoy it, like my cheeks hurt when I'm done, from laughing and smiling and stuff.
Do you remember that one live we did, and we just
No.
got totally out of. We couldn't stop laughing, and for about 5 minutes we had our heads down because we were laughing so much.
Is that the live where we started and I said, "Quick, Ben, hide. They won't know we're here." Where
That
we
was
put
at
our
the
heads on
beginning.
the table.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like,
That's the cat pee one.
"Yes, that's right. The one
Yes.
where the coffee tastes like cat
Yeah.
pee. Yeah, it tastes awful, but I still drink it."
Let's refresh their memories if they don't remember that one. So since you brought it up, so we started this segment together because we like to hang out together and have some fun, and we thought, I thought Ben had nothing to do with it. I was like, tea time with Ben. I mean, he's from England. It's tea time ish there, and I thought, well, I mean, look at me. I'm like the most creative person on the planet. Fabulous name. So then Ben joins me, and we are having a hoot backstage before we go live. We can't even figure out what we're doing. And we were laughing so much that it was literally like, remember when you were in school, you had to put your head on the desk or like take a little time out when you were misbehaving. So it was like, Ben, put your head down. Right? Anyway, so then we start talking about the segment of Tea Time with Ben. And I said, "What are you drinking?" And he said, "I'm drinking coffee. I don't really like tea." And I was like, "What? You could have told me that before I named the segment Tea Time with Ben." And then he asked me if I like coffee. And I said, "No, I don't like coffee because it smells like cat pee." And Ben said, "I know what you mean. I guess I'm just over the cat pee."
Just got used to cat pee. But you're right, it tastes awful actually, coffee does. And I don't know why I like it, but there must be something in it that makes you feel all.
Well, it's the,
That gives you a bit of a.
It's the "-ine" in the calf is what it is.
Trouble
Like
is,
nicotine, caffeine.
but it's decaf, so
Oh.
so I'm not sure what it's doing for me really. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's the best. Okay. Oh my God. Yes, Sylvia, I've got you starred. I don't know why anyone would ask us for a rating, to be
No. I mean, ask us for a reason if,
really, this should be a test.
Yeah.
That all subscribers of all channels are just people popping in from time to time.
These are
in
fun
the different
readings.
chat rooms. This should be a test.
It's an entertainment purpose only reading, isn't it?
Right.
So.
Oh my God, the seriousness of it all.
And people actually are posting that they want
They are.
from
I
us.
can see them here.
We must be doing something right. I think it's the energy between
Maybe
us.
They're just putting the questions in, so we'll shut the hell up and
I
get
know.
on.
Maybe thinking, for God's sake, get on with the
It could be
reading.
that. They're like, this is like listening in on someone's phone conversation.
Have you seen what Ivana's put? After hearing all this, forget the gentle part.
Hi, Aspasia.
Oh, hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth. You know what? It's like I know it, but Beth doesn't come. It's like I need like an equal sign or some brackets or stars and then Beth. You know what I mean? And I apologize. I don't remember.
Oh,
I want to tell you a true story. So a long time ago, I used to work at a towing company. So like for tow trucks, and all of the drivers had numbers. And this one particular dispatcher that I worked with would call them by their names. I literally thought there was double the amount of people that worked there. because I didn't know that like Bob was number 75. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. I had no idea. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to learn all these people? I mean, this is a lot. Anyway. Yes, I've got your question, Kristen. Hi, Pierrette. Oh, Joe G's got to go. Pierrette. Thank you so much. And Linda's got to go. They've had enough of our antics. They've got to get back to their
Bye,
life.
Linda.
We thank them for joining us. All right, let's try and do something. Do you think you're ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm more than ready. I've limbered up. I'm ready. Are you?
Oh my gosh, Grace, that's hysterical. She said, I was told to stop drinking coffee for my health. Now, with the mental association of coffee and cats, it might be easier now. Oh my gosh. All right. Serious hat. All right. So Hypnocity says hello. Hello. I would love a reading if possible. So would I.
I'd like something else if possible. But
Richie's in the, maybe Richie's in the chat. Maybe Richie can help us. Hi Richie.
Hi Richie. We're trying, aren't we? We haven't quite got to the readings yet, but we're there. We're getting there.
We've got a question on the screen, Richie. We're warming up.
We're limbering up.
You missed it, Richie. Ben was doing tarot yoga moves. Show him your downward dog.
What was I doing? Oh, I didn't do downward dog. let's just put that out. I didn't have my arse there doing downward dog. What was I doing actually? I think I was just like, gosh.
I don't know. You were doing some weird hand movements. Yeah. I don't know what you were doing.
It was that. I think, and I was. So yeah, something like that.
So next time on Tea Time with Ben, we will do our. He says a leotard.
No, I don't think I'd fit in one, Rich.
If he's wearing a leotard, he hasn't showed us yet, Richie. Friends, I will be on with Longman Tarot this Friday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I look forward to it. Do not judge my capabilities based on this video.
It's always a fun time going on Richie's channel. You'll have a marvelous time.
I if I get a cancellation from Richie, I'm coming to, it's your fault. Okay, here we go. Hypnocity would like a reading because she says, I have had a lot of neck pain. I know what you mean. I'm having a neck pain right now. His name is Ben. No. And wondering what I'm making.
Like a hole in that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Pain in my neck, pain in my butt. I don't know if it's Ben's fault or... can I just say that I went on that trip on Saturday and I sat on a rock. And when I say, I sat on a rock, I mean like an actual rock outside. And there was snow on it. And when I got up...
You were wet.
Well, speaking of the moist, ew. Sorry. No, but my rear end was like numb. Like it was frozen. On that. The rock would, it was minus 12 degrees or minus 11. It was freezing. So the rock was like so cold and my bum was like numb for like a hot minute. And so I got into the vehicle and my husband said, do you want me to turn the heated seat on? And I'm like, probably not, because my butt could be on fire and I wouldn't know it. Because look at that. It's an hour and a bit away. We drove all the way home.
How did you walk?
And when I got out of the truck, I was like, oh my God, my behind was sore because it was cold. Anyway.
I never forget, Kelly. Sorry, you've just reminded me. I went in a car with a friend once and I had no idea that they had heated seats. So I was sitting there and I was like, something feels a bit strange. I thought, you don't think I was like, why am I getting all hot on my bum all of a sudden? And I was like, this is weird. And I said, I feel like something's happened to me. So I said, I think we need to stop. Anyway, she's like, it's the seats. I've got heated seats. I was like, oh. I thought I was coming down with something. I was like, what's going on?
Literally. Who starts to get sick in their rear end is the question. I'm coming down with something, right?
I thought I was coming down with flu from the bottom up.
Oh my God, Beth says laugh out loud. Did I just pee my pants? Oh my God, hi Jay. Oh, I don't understand.
So,
Ben.
Don't put me on heated seats.
All of a sudden, yeah. So note to self, if you want. Exactly, Kristen. That's exactly it.
Yes,
frozen ass is better than the opposite, though. Swamp ass. So I've had frozen ass. Ben has had swamp ass. And
that sounds sick, but yes, I get it.
Oh, Beth, this is the best. I'm coming down with something. My arse is hot. You know what? I want you to go to the doctor's office and say, Doctor, it's the weirdest thing. I was riding in a car and all of a sudden my butt got hot and I thought,
but if you went to a doctor and said, the doctor, I feel like I'm coming down with something from the bottom up, basically. I mean, they'd have to take it seriously, wouldn't they?
What are your symptoms? Well, it's like kind of like a Bewitched thing, right? You know, when Bewitched would get sick, Dr. Bombay, calling Dr. Bombay, emergency, come right away, and he would pop in and like take off her shoe and test her foot for her pulse or whatever. He put a tuning fork to her heel.
We needed to swap.
Richie says that's why I always sit on newspaper every time, just in case. Yep.
You never know.
Do I have a temp, doc? Can you feel my bum? Okay, Hypnocity, how are you feeling now? How's your neck now? She's probably in traction from laughing so much with her head bobbing back and
forth.
Poor thing.
Jay's right. A frozen bottom sounds a lot more painful. I think you had the raw end of the deal. Literally.
Good one, Ben. Good one. You thought I didn't catch what you did there. I totally got it.
She's got a face. She's
my eyes are watering. I don't know what's happening here, friends, other than the temperature is, I'm probably sick. Funny, my bum doesn't feel weird at all.
No, the bum's fine at the moment. But I just saw Grace's comment. Gotta run. Oh,
Grace has had enough. Grace was like, "That's it." Crazy people. Richie says that's why I always sit on newspaper every time, just in case. Oh my God! All right, what were we doing?
Okay, sorry, we were supposed to be doing readings. Let's go for it.
Poor Hypnocity. Waiting patiently.
Yes, I'm sorry. Talking about what we were talking about.
I don't think he's sorry at all, actually. But how is your bum? That's really the question we want to know. Should we do a reading? Let's ask Pendulum.
Hypnocity says my cheeks hurt.
Which ones? No. My cheeks hurt too after I was frozen. I've never had a numb bum before.
No. I'm not sure how that would.
Well, I don't know how it feels because it was numb. That's the whole. It's like I know I'm moving, but I can't feel it.
How long does it take for it to unnumb?
It was basically from.
I mean, you wouldn't know whether you were standing or sitting, really, would you?
I didn't lose all feeling in my limbs, just my butt was frozen. I was still able to walk, jeepers. I was fine once I got into the truck. Although, let's be honest, I wasn't moving. I was sitting, in position in the truck, as one does as a passenger. I'm watching you, Ben. And, and then I got out of the truck and I was like, oh, geez. But yeah. Spazia says, I've had a numb half a bum from sitting wrong. It's awful. I hear you. You know, it's like when your leg falls asleep, you know?
You know, years ago in the cinema when they had those really uncomfortable seats and you'd have to sit for 2 hours watching a film and then you'd get up and you'd walk like John Wayne up the aisle. You'd gone numb. It's
I
like
can't say that I recall leaving a theater walking like John Wayne, but I'm sure it's happened. Okay.
Okay, sorry, the reading.
Yes. I've got you, Purette. Look at her asking a question. God love you.
I love the fact that people still want us to do readings for.
All right. So Hypnocity wants to know about the neck pain. Hi, Kiba. Oh my gosh. All right. The answer is yes, Hypnocity, to your question. She says, wondering what I'm hanging on to. You're hanging on. Sorry. I don't have a guest. I'm here by myself. Ben who? No. Sorry, Fred. I apologize. Do you want me to go? I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm still sure.
I say I'm ready and I pick up another deck of cards because all right, I feel like you're in very much of a sort of like a transformative sort of situation. We start out with the World card, so that is completion of a cycle, right? And this is a really interesting reading. So we start out with the World. Next to that is the King of Air, right?
Yeah.
To me, this is you finding your power, you finding your voice, you like standing in that power. You now have an understanding that you didn't have before. And in the outcome position, we've got the Six of Pentacles, so the giving and the receiving, right? I feel like this is more of an emotional giving and receiving, like releasing the negativity, releasing the pain, releasing the things that you've been holding on to, like the burdens, right? And allowing the joy to come in. On the bottom of the deck, seriously, you can't make this up. We have the Dreamer or the Fool card. So you've got the completion of a cycle. You found your power. You found your voice. You're allowing this lovely sort of give and take happening with the releasing of whatever you were holding on to. You know, another skin has shed, another thing has been let go, and more joy has been brought in, and then it's new beginnings. And I pulled one oracle card, and we have the Wild Rose Fairy Love. So the answer to the question is, and I'm not saying this because you asked the question, you can ask Ben. I told him this backstage before we even started. I feel the exact same way that you do, Hypnocity. My neck and my back and my shoulders have been aching since I did that walk on Saturday. And I thought it was my anxiety. And I'm not convinced that it's not, but my cards that I've pulled for myself indicate that I'm going through basically the same thing as what your cards are saying. So I feel like you were brought here today to ask this question to remind me to allow myself to get out of my head, right? To not think and blame myself. So I thank you kindly for asking the question. I feel like Spirit intervened and sort of brought you here to ask this. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you feel better. I just want to say, she says, I'm trying to allow my intuition to come forward.
That's interesting.
Go ahead, my friend. What'd you get?
So, no, it's really interesting because so the first card I pulled was the Strength card. So I feel, Hypnocity, that whatever, looking at this, it's actually something you've been through something. And I always find that, you know, when you've had a really stressful time of something and your body, or kind of when it's over, your body comes out in all this like pain, whether it's neck pain, aches, and things like that. I think that's really interesting. So the strength card to me tells me that you've got through that pain. You've been strong. You've got through it, but now your body's coming out in it. So it's not so much that you're hanging on to it. But the next card I've pulled is the Hanged Man, and that's about almost being at peace, not doing anything, just staying in a state of like sometimes limbo, sometimes just being calm, basically. So I feel like this is saying to you, meditation's always a great key for things when your body's coming out and things, because it helps quieten your mind and calm you down. So whatever you've gone through, and your body's now coming out in those manifestations, it's kind of like, used calming yourself down, and meditation's a great thing to do that. The next card I've got was the Nine of Cups, which I always think is like a wish card. So, and it's also for me, I always use this as a manifestation card. So, whatever it is in your life at the moment that you want to manifest, I always think the wish card's a great card that comes up to help move that forward. But I also got on the back of the deck the Daughter of Coins, and that's about grounding yourself and doing the things that you enjoy in life, because it's when we do the things that we enjoy in life that we're at our happiest, I think. But I feel like the pain that you've gone through, it's coming to an end, but it's just coming out. Like we're conduits for a lot of energy, but we can't hold a lot of energy. We have to let it out.
Absolutely.
And that's why our body comes out in things. So it's just important for you to let that energy out, and that can be done through, like I say, meditation or doing the things that you enjoy. So yeah.
That's lovely, Ben. You know what what I've been doing, Hypnocity, and I'm not saying, do this. I'm just saying this is what I've been doing. So I have a bad neck because I was in a bad car accident, and so when my anxiety gets really high, that's where I feel it the most, right? And I was sitting here on Sunday doing my readings, and I'll be perfectly honest. I had put myself in a physical position, and my body was reacting to whatever's going on. That literally, I thought I was psychically attacked, and I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Because I got like all dizzy. Right, well, I was right in the middle of doing readings live on the air, and I was so freaked out by it. And it's taken me a couple of days to sort of like okay. So if you sit up straight, right? And you try to like move your head to the left or to the right. That's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
Okay. I should be able to put my nose to my shoulder, but I can't. To put my head down before I feel it, that's it. And I can feel that halfway down my back. So when this gets that tense, I know that I've been holding on to my stress like so tautly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just need to do things to express and get that out of me. So I need to do a lot of grounding. I need to do a lot of sort of like self-care and rejuvenating. I need to listen to my music and dance around the living room, journal. Always have my amethyst with me, or my smoky quartz for my grounding, sometimes more stones than that. You know what I mean? But those are the things that help me just sort of like let this go. And as crazy as this sounds, sometimes I'm very good at visualization. So sometimes I'll just transport myself to some other place, right? I do this thing where I rub my belly, and I know it seems weird, but it's very rhythmic, right? And so it will, if I'm stressed and my breathing is elevated, or my heart is racing, I will do this thing where I sort of go underneath my breastbone and just this quick little motion down towards my navel. And it helps me to like not concentrate on my breathing, because now I'm thinking about this, right? And I just literally transport myself to somewhere else, and that really helps to just sort of let everything like flow right out of me.
I think it's really important to ground, though, like you kind of doing there, because, and even if it's just walking outside with no shoes on and feeling the ground beneath your feet, just to Because when you go through
Unless you
anxiety,
live here, don't go outside in the snow without your shoes.
Apart from if you live with Kelly, because you'll be frozen. And not only will your arse be frozen, your feet will be frozen as well.
And frozen toes and frozen bums are not good, as we've already established.
They're no. But yeah.
And I do want to say, Hypnocity said she just got an earthing mat.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's so good awesome. Because I think it's really important because the trouble is, when you're anxiety, you're in your head, aren't you? Because you're thinking all the time. Yeah. And that's why I think it's really important to come down from that and ground and get out of your head kind of thing.
Have you been having a lot of dreams, Hypnocity? I've been having like so many dreams, and like dreams about my parents. And so I know that I'm letting go of stuff. Something like there's stuff happening.
Yeah.
Once you know what it is, it helps a bit. So I thank you kindly for asking the question, and I hope that the readings helped. Quincy, really?
I wondered what that was then.
Could you not? That's his tail. Can you not stick your butt in front of the camera, please? Come, honey. I know you want to hang out and say hi to everybody, because Sylvia is up next. She says she would love a reading, please, health and finance. Quincy is just, you know how cats do, really, that's his tail. You know how cats do the circle thing?
Yeah.
This is what he's doing. He's literally circling my desk. Honey, you want to, you know what? He likes to sit in my lap. So is that what you want? You want to sit in Mommy's lap? Don't make this easy for me, honey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do you have enough room? You don't have enough room. Well, I'm sorry, I can't shuffle with. Honestly, friends. Okay, so Miss Sylvia would like to know about health and finance. You don't remember your dreams lately? So I had a dream the other night that, and I don't remember any of it other than what woke me up, and that was, so I'm sharing this, but I don't want to tell the whole story, only because it's not really valid right now, and I really don't want to go down that path. But this was an actual experience. Like this actually happened to me. But I don't know where I was in terms of like, I don't remember scenery. I just know I was in a car, and the police were after me. Now, and I know that my dad was there, but I don't know how my dad was there. Like, you know what I mean? Because I woke up because I was being chased. And what happened was I ran out of the car into the house, and I closed the door, like locked it, and sort of put my back up against the door. And that's when I woke up. And so I will just briefly say this, and normally I share everything, but it's not really the right time right now. But I just want to say, there was a point in time when my father had, I don't remember, I don't know what the legal term is, but he couldn't come within a certain radius of us. And he had taken me out for the day, which, I mean, everybody knew that that's what he was doing. It was like a Sunday afternoon. It was broad daylight. So it's not like there was nothing weird about it. And we were sitting in the parking lot. I was in his truck with him. We were sitting in the parking lot of our apartment building. And for whatever reason, my mother called the police. And so the next thing we know, we were surrounded by police. So they all came in, sirens going, and so there's something about that I'm releasing, right? There's something there. Last night, or 2 nights ago, I had a dream where my father was living with us, and when he was sick, and my mother wasn't sick, and my mother was in one of her moods, and my dad was in one of his moods, and I was, for whatever reason, trying to get along with the both of them. And I yelled at my mom. My mom and I got in a fight, and that upset me, right? So I know that I'm going through some stuff. So that's why I asked about the dreams. Beth says, do you think that the subconscious works through stuff through your dreams, even if you don't remember them? Yep.
I do, yeah. Because you know, sometimes you go to bed and you feel flat about something, and then you wake up the next morning and you don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
And
or you say to yourself, and this has happened to me many times, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And the next day I wake up and like I'm going about my business, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, there it is.
Yeah, and I think as well, when you go to bed at night, if you're ill, you find that the next morning you feel better, and it's like your body works through stuff, doesn't it, as well as your mind, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Beth, when it came to my parents, I love both my mother and father. They were phenomenal individuals, and my mother was a rock star in terms of looking after two girls with no support whatsoever, because that was before all of the laws came into effect where, dads had to take responsibility. And we weren't little, we weren't little children. My sister was, 13 and I was 18. So, obviously we had more expenses is what I was trying to get at than a younger person did. And I always felt that I was pulled between the two of them, like used as a pawn. You know what I mean? One could pull me one way and one would pull me the other way. And I was always accused my whole life that I was just like my father by my mom. She would say, well, you come by it honestly, you're just like your father, like if I did something wrong. And that was very upsetting to me because she wanted to shoot him between the eyeballs. And so I never understood why she would say something so hurtful to me. And on the other side of that, my father, like when my mom died, my father refused to speak to us because we didn't tell him that our mother died and he was dying. And that was awful. I mean, because the person that you want the most in the whole world is your other parent to sort of embrace you because you're so hurt, and he refused. And that was awful. And so there's something going on that I'm releasing some stuff. So she says, I ask because I keep having dreams about my ex, but I can't remember them. We've been separated since 2006. So it's like, I get it. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Hi, Teresa.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Sorry, friends. I just wanted to mention, I mean, I think it's great when other people ask for a reading and we share these things because they're important. And like, just right, as Spazia just said, like I've been having, some dreams too. So this full moon that we just went through last week is in Cancer, and one of the things that we said was that that emotions and things from the past you will be releasing and letting go of. So if you happen to be one of those signs that were, to be directly affected by this full moon that we just sort of went out of, then yeah, that's possibly what's happening, right? Yeah, I agree. Hi, Teresa.
I've pulled some cards for Sylvia. So, Sylvia, I've kind of done just one reading based on the two, so this could relate to health or finance. But I feel like, so we've got the 5 of staves, or staffs, staves. So there's been a lot going on somewhere. That could be financial or health-wise, but I always feel like this is people with competing agendas, and it seems like there's been a lot happening. You've also got here the Son of Coins, which in this deck is actually the Knight, which is asking you to slow down, stop. And it's interesting because next to that I pulled the 4 of Swords, which is about resting. So it's like you're being asked to slow down and rest. Potentially, I would say that might be related to health. You know, maybe especially after Christmas, we all run around a lot, don't we? And it's all chaotic and everything. And it's really important that we take the time to slow down and rest, especially this time of year as well. But yeah, in terms of finances, again, it's probably the same message. If you found that you've been spending a lot recently, it's just taking that time, slow down. And New Year's is always a good year to get finances in order or to get a plan in place. But I get a sense of really needing to slow down whatever it is that you've been doing in those areas. So I hope that makes sense, because at the bottom of the deck, I did pull this one, which is the Ace of Staffs. And that's all about action and movement forward. So it's slowing down, planning for the next stages, and really moving forward with that. I hope that makes sense.
Teresa, thank you. That was very kind of you to say, and you're not wrong. That is why I am so hard on myself. Sylvia, I've got some interesting cards here for you. Some are the same as what Ben pulled, which is always a good thing. We've got here the Queen of Fire. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I looked at this, I thought, are the cards reflecting what I just said? Meaning, what I just said about me personally in my dreams is coming out in these cards. So, and I'm owning this because I try to be as honest as possible. If this resonates, tell me. If it doesn't, we'll go with Ben. And obviously, like I said, Kelly's going through something, and so it's coming out in the cards. But I want to be transparent about this. So we start out with the Queen of Fire. And the reason why I say that is because, I am a fire sign. So the Queen of Fire, the passionate, charismatic, sort of larger than life, but so determined, that energy, right? So you are in it to win it, is what I want to say. And then, boom, we've got the Three of Swords. Well, the Three of Swords is interesting because the Three of Swords is, you are heartbroken and you know it. You know that you are filled up with sorrow, that you have feelings of sadness, and it is an opportunity to acknowledge those feelings and start to release them and to allow the healing process to begin, right? That old saying, a good cry fixes a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that kind of moment. As an outcome, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is beautiful because this is the beginning stages of making something happen, right? This is planting the seeds. This is feeling like you have all of the tools that you need and you know exactly what you need to do and you are ready to apply it, right? You're at the beginning stages of feeling abundant. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Water. So the Six of Water is about the past. The Six of Water is about nostalgia. It's about thinking of where you thought you were going to be versus where you are. It's thinking about people from the past or the good old days or things like that. Okay. I pulled an oracle card. And so hopefully based on what I said, when I said that this might have been about me, it'll make sense to you when I show you this card. If this applies to you, Sylvia, and I hope that it does. I hope I didn't channel myself here. We've got an elderly female woman, right? And we've got sadness. So if this heartbreak, if this sorrow that you're feeling is because of an elderly woman or because you are thinking back to how you used to be versus how you are now, not implying that you are elderly or old, but it's like you don't feel like you are who you used to be. It's going to make me cry, sorry. I know that feeling better than most people would imagine, because I spent the last 9 years hating who I become, right? Not until I came here to this community and started to adjust my thinking did I start to appreciate who I am. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to appreciate who you are. We all have blessings, and that is where you need to start. And I'm not trying to imply that you're not thankful or grateful or that you don't count your blessings, but that is where it starts. Meaning that's where the change starts. So if you get quiet and look around for the simplest things, the cat jumps up on your lap, that's a beautiful, blessed miracle that cat jumped in your lap and just allowed itself to feel at home and get all cozy and purr and make you feel warm all over. They just want you to love them, right? It's like that kind of beautiful moment. When we start to collect those moments and concentrate on those moments, the other stuff starts to go away.
Yeah.
So, what I want to say to you is, and I don't want this to sound trite, your mindset is the most important thing, right? Your perception, your understanding, your whole way of being is about your mindset. If you can shift your mindset, not half empty, but half full, then you can invite more joy in. And when you invite more joy in, your vibration lifts. When your vibration lifts, the world changes, and like miracles start to happen. You start to see rainbows in the sun again, and it's not like they weren't there before, but you couldn't see them, right?
Kelly, can I just say,
Defined by your ailments or your illness or your, you know, whatever your challenge may be, you are still you, and you are a phenomenal person. You deserve every ounce of happiness that you can gather. So start a gratitude journal or a positivity journal. Write down positive affirmations. Do some mirror work and tell yourself every day 3 things that you love about yourself, like just rapid fire without even thinking about it. Wink at yourself every time you leave the house and every time you come in. Tell yourself that, you know what? You look awesome today. You go out there and slay those dragons. Whatever.
Yeah.
Boost your whole being up. This is who you are. So tap into that energy.
Kelly, that was really, really lovely. And can we just take a pause there? Because I think that you and Sylvia today were meant to come together on this live.
Yeah.
Because I think as much as you've just helped Sylvia, I think it's helped you as well.
Yeah, and totally did.
I could see you getting upset, and I'm so proud of you for being able to express yourself and explain it from your point of view as well to help Sylvia. And you know, I think it's lovely that you feel you can talk about this kind of thing, because there's nothing worse when you feel you can't share and talk about these kind of feelings that we have, and it's with talking with others that we know that we can share things and that we're not on our own with stuff, because there's nothing worse than that feeling of being on your own. And I know
100%.
Yeah, and I think that was a beautiful, beautiful reading.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just to that point, you know, secondary to the anxiety and just dealing with that was the hating myself, because I felt like I was a shadow of the person that I used to be, and I wanted her back, and I was under this misconception that I was this different version of myself.
Yeah.
And that messed me up somehow. And so I had to shift my perception and shift my thinking till I got to a place that I could just say, I'm still me.
And Kelly, have you just seen that comment from Therese Ford?
Oh, thank you.
Isn't that lovely?
Thank you, Teresa.
And that's so true. Kelly makes us all feel safe because she shows us herself. And isn't that what your channel was all about? Sharing stuff.
Sharing my story to help someone else
Others.
know that they're not alone, as you said, and maybe to motivate them or inspire them that they too could be okay. I mean, I'm not healed by any sense of the imagination, but I mean, I have far more good days than I ever thought possible. And friends, I mean, no, this is not an exaggeration when I say that I would sit on the couch and stare off into space for 4 or 5 days. Other than going to the washroom, that was my life. Which is why I've isolated to my home, and now we're starting to get out there. I want to live, and I'm excited. And you all being in this community and this sharing that we do with each other has motivated me to see that I am still who I am, and that I have a purpose, that people are supportive of me and understanding of me, and that they feel that I am supportive of them. Like, it's very much a Six of Pentacles what we do here, right? And I'm excited for the future for the first time in 10 years. So
that's wonderful.
That's amazing. I thank you as much as you're thanking me. And now I'm crying. All right.
And there's a lot of love for you, Kelly, out there, because you're being real and you're being who you are. And I think it's wonderful. And you should be proud of yourself, because, it takes a lot to come on YouTube and say how you feel about certain things that have happened. But I've always said this to you. I don't think you realise how much you help people.
I mean, I hope that I do.
You do.
And
you only have to look at the chat to that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Teresa. You're so sweet. It's funny that you said that, Teresa. Sorry, this totally turned into a totally different show.
Maybe that's what we needed, though.
Maybe
we needed that.
Maybe absolutely we did. When I got married the first time, and I danced with my mom as well as my dad, like not at the same time. I danced with my dad and then I danced with my mom. So I had a first dance with my dad and a first dance with my mom, because they were divorced, and that was like a whole situation, as you can well imagine. And I danced with my mom to Wind Beneath My Wings. And I remember my mom turning around and saying to me, "Am I really your hero?" And I'm like, I acted like such a smarty pants. And I'm like, "Mom, really?" I mean, like, why would you even ask me that? That was kind of my attitude, because I was like, oh my God, like, I was like 26 or 7. I was like, do you not understand this yet? I'm like, how many times we need to go through this, Mom? So I just thought that was funny when you wrote that. It reminded me of that moment. So thank you. Kristen Louise, thank you everyone for being patient while we navigate this conversation. We've gone from cat pee and frozen butts to tears and crying, but that is why I do what I do. That is why I love my friend Ben, and that we can do this together with all of you guys here with us, sort of leading us all around, and I love it.
Yeah, I do. And isn't it wonderful that you can be like that? One minute you can have laugh and fun, but then another minute you can be serious.
Some people might think we need help, like professional assistance.
Well, we need that as well, but no, we
no, true.
It's nice that we can do that though, because
100%.
We ebb and flow through different emotions, and that's what life's like, isn't it?
It is. This is real life right here, friends. So Kristen says, trying to decide whether I should quit my second job, reduce my hours, or keep pushing through. I'm exhausted and burned out, but the extra money has been great.
Okay.
Need a little perspective. I'll throw some cards, but my instinct says to say to you, Kristen, only you know the reasons why you took that second job in the first place. And without disclosing your personal information, I would just say something like this. Like, if the second job, and I'm not saying that you're in this situation, this is like an example of what of the point that I'm trying to make. If having the second job allowed you to put gas in your car and put food on your table, then I don't really want to tell you what you should do in that case. But if having the second job allowed you to be able to buy a new TV every month without having to look at your bank account, then that's when you have to weigh out the options. Do you know what I mean? Only you know how much it's doing for you and what you would be missing by not having it. But I'll throw some cards on like the general sort of energy around it.
I've just pulled some cards, Kelly, and it's exactly what you've just said. So,
oh, really?
The first card I've kind of pulled, Kristen, is your situation, which is the Six of Coins here. So we've got that exchange there, so of money through hands. So yeah, it's allowing you to buy more, do more fun things maybe, but you've got to weigh that up. And the second card, which is the challenge here, is the Two of Swords, and it is about weighing that up because whilst you've got a bit of spending money, is it worth that if you're feeling exhausted and you're not feeling great? Because if you can't feel great when you're spending money, you perhaps need to look at that. And the answer is exactly what Kelly said. The Four, which is the Emperor, which is you taking charge of that situation. Only you know how you feel. What I would say to you is, what makes you feel better? Is it to have peace of mind, not having to keep working? Sometimes we can have more money, but it doesn't necessarily make us happier.
True that.
Now, the other card at the back of the deck that I pulled was the Son of Cups. So, whilst if you do quit your job, don't worry, because I always say when one door closes, another one always opens, and you can see this bridge being extended there. So, if you're wondering about whether you should quit the job, then maybe you've already made your mind up in your head that perhaps it's not working out for you anyway. But I would say there's definitely some uncertainty there, but I think you already know the answer to it, and you just need to make it happen and follow your heart on that one.
I feel like you're afraid to pull the trigger because you've gotten used to it, right? And so I feel like you might be being extra hard on yourself, like come on, you can do this, you know what I mean? But it's a lot what you're doing. Like, holding down two jobs is hard, in addition to being an adult, having a life, keeping a house, whatever. It's a lot. I start out with the Ace of Swords. And I can't help, I realize that this is a male, but it's like, this is you walking to your second job going, oh my God, like, really? I just want to go home to bed. You know what I mean? But the Ace of Air is like the aha moment, right? It's like the, great idea, the, oh, I know exactly what I need to do. That kind of energy. It's also about making adjustments. It's also about communication. So get a plan formed in your head when the light bulb goes off, and then putting the plan into action by saying it and following through with it, right? You've got the Knight of Fire, the Eight of Fire. So things happen quickly. things moving fast, like lots of speed, information coming in, communication, and also about multitasking. And so when I look at those two cards, sorry, I have Justice on the bottom, right? So when I look at this, I'm like, okay, so in the beginning, you did it for the reason that you did it, and now it has become too much. And now your scale is out of balance. And so you are feeling it. And so there, and I don't mean to be smart when I say this. I don't live your life and I don't know what your circumstances are other than the few things that you share with us here. But if it's becoming too much, then it's too much. It doesn't mean that you have to quit. Maybe you go and you say to the boss, could I reduce the hours by like 1 shift a week or something of that nature, right? I know enough about you to know that you are a kind of person that gives everything 110%. So no matter how tired you are, no matter how bad you might be feeling, I know that when you go to that second job, you give that second job everything that you've got. So I would imagine that you're well liked and appreciated by your supervisor, manager, boss type person. So go and see if they'll work with you. I pulled an oracle card and we've got the Forest Temple, which is enlightenment. Use this time to figure out what it is that you want. So if you want to quit, then quit. If you want to slow down, then slow down. If you need to take a break, take a break. You know what I mean? Because it is from your comment, if the food's still going to be on the table, then the second job is something that you do for you, for a want, not necessarily for a need, if you understand what I'm saying, right? So now this is a time when you need to make a decision, and if you're unsure about whether you should stay or you go, that's when I think that you should speak to the boss, the supervisor, the manager, and just say, hey, could I just like lessen it, for a couple hours? So let's say you work 10 hours a week, now you only work 6, kind of idea. And see if that helps, right? But communicate with them. I hope that helped. She said, I am a fibro flare and I'm in pain right now. I don't want to let my coworkers down or let my husband down. Yeah, you put so much pressure on yourself. Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
I hope that helps, Kristen. All right, our last question is from Pierrette. She says, yeah, I think I will do that. Thank you. Absolutely. Is there a message from my helper, Morris, that started to help me 2 days ago? He's a blue hybrid. Do you mean like sorry, never mind. I was going to try and be funny, and then I decided not to be. I just want you guys to know that Quincy is sitting over here on this little table beside me in complete protest. That I wouldn't let him sit on the desk. Like he's got his butt facing me and his head is facing the wall. So he's in total protest. I love cats. When they're upset with you, they totally let you know it.
I know. They've got attitude.
They really do. Charlotte was hollering at me this morning because she was sitting on in the living room trying to stick her head through the blind.
Yeah.
Like separating the little slats, and I'm like, you're gonna break it. And I'm like, get out of there. And I had the blind open up a little bit and the window open, and then I closed it, and she just sat there. And what she does is she just sits there. She thinks she's like a Great Dane or something. Like she really thinks she's big, and she's just like, meow, meow. It's almost like a half a meow, half bark kind of thing that she does. She's like, meow. I mean, she's like 4 pounds, right? She's like, meow, meow. And I'm like, oh. She basically gave me the finger, is what she did.
The love it.
I love it. All right. Message from my helper Morris. Message from Morris.
Okay.
Been here for an hour and 20 minutes, friend. Good grief.
Gosh,
I'm
that's
so
so
sorry.
quick.
You must be exhausted at this point.
So, are you okay if I start?
Yeah,
Hello?
go for it, honey.
So, Pirate. So, yeah. So, the message that I can see in the cards is we have the Queen of Pentacles here, which I always feel is someone who's standing in their power, they're confident. So, I feel like the message is, be confident, be in your power, be you, and go out there and be yourself and enjoy being yourself. Also, we've got the Three of Cups here, so it's about having good times. I think you need to go out there and have fun with friends, and enjoy yourself. I think this is the kind of message I'm getting, is that you need to start going out there and enjoying your life more and having more fun. I've also got this character who is the Knight of Wands. So I feel like a rush of like energy of going out there, having fun. Is this with a partner maybe, or someone that you live with, that you can do this, going out and having fun with this person? I'm just going to check if that is a person. Hang on a second. It's a little trick I learned.
She's like, thank you, Ben. Hugs.
Oh, bless you. This is a person, so I don't know who this gentleman is. It could be your partner, or some man that will help show you a good time, and have fun. I mean, it's someone you can have fun with or go out with. But yeah, it's really about enjoying your life, Pirouette, and not enjoying the good things in life, and not letting things get you down is the message there, I think. I hope that makes sense. And thank you for your question. Hugs to you too.
So sweet. We started with the Queen of Water. I've got here, right? This is your nurturing side, your loving side, your giving side, the caregiver in you. Following that, we've got the Page of Water. Being really sensitive, being really receptive, I want to say, in terms of knowing who needs what from all the people around you, right? I feel like it's like you've got like a million antennas and you're like constantly, everyone's in your radar. And the first time that someone doesn't feel, okay, whether it be physically or emotionally, you're like, how can I help? Right? We know that you're extremely intuitive and that you have a kind heart. And as we've been talking about sort of intermittently throughout this segment, that's a lot of pressure. You're an empath or a supportive kind of person 24/7, 365 days a year. It's exhausting, and it's not that you don't like it, and it's not that you're exhausted by it. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot on you mentally and physically. It's draining, right? And so you have to be careful about your balance, right? And keeping yourself, grounded and doing a lot of self care and rejuvenation to be able to keep coming back. It's like if you were going to walk into a wall, you would want to put a helmet on, right? Some safety gear so that every time you walked into the wall, you weren't hurting yourself. This is your way of trying to protect yourself. So we've got the Two of Pentacles here, right? So bringing that balance in, this is key for you. And I know that we've done this before in terms of this reading. I understand, easier said than done. But one of the words on this card is the thing that I think is tying into what Ben is saying. The prioritization and the playfulness. it doesn't take, a weekend away to have fun. Literally, you can do that in 5 or 6 minutes. So this is about allowing yourself the permission to just let your hair down and have some fun. It's totally okay, and the world is still going to be standing, right? On the bottom of the deck, I've got the Page of Air. So, you got to stand in your power, stand and speak your truth. It doesn't make you weak or bad because you want to take a break, or because you need to take a break, or because you want to read a book or enjoy a cup of hot cocoa or go to the movies. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a human being who is just doggone tired. And so you have to give yourself the permission to bring that balance to you. I mean, we all do, right? But that's what I got for you. So that's his message, is to maintain that balance. Have a little fun. Let your hair down, girlfriend.
That's lovely.
Friends, this has been a most interesting segment. We thank you kindly for hanging out with us and for being here. Ben, thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
For being here. Do you have anything coming up that you would like to share with our friends?
No, I don't, guys. I'm sorry. I haven't done anything on my channel for a while now. But yeah, I know. But yeah, it's funny. Life takes off sometimes in certain ways, doesn't it? So so yeah. No, I haven't got anything coming up at the moment. But
well, we're going to have to fix that behind the scenes here, friends. Oh, that's lovely, Pierrette. Good for you. She says, hugs. Thank you, Kelly. Hugs. Went for Chinese food yesterday with a friend. I love it.
That's lovely.
That's lovely. So, what's going on? What day is it? It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know what's coming up for me. No, see, it's bad. No, so I'm thinking about doing something on Circle of Friends. Not sure. Stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed to Ben's channel, please do go check my friend out. I will stick his link into the chat, and I apologize. I should have done that sooner.
Don't worry.
But I forgot as I was too busy talking. So that's Ben's link. And if you're not already subscribed to Circle of Friends, you can check that out. I'm thinking maybe I will go live on Circle of Friends Friday night. I'm not sure. Sunday, though, at 3 p.m., I will be back. And I will be with Nancy Jean doing past life readings. Friday, I'm going to Richie's channel. So I'll be there on Friday on Longman Trail. That's at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And yes, Thomas, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow, too. I'm going to send you a link in a little bit to join me tomorrow. So, my friends, we will leave it there. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my friend Ben.
Yay. Thanks, everyone. It's been a lovely night.
Blessings. Bye, everybody.
Bye.